Let's go. Top secret sales psychology, sales value. I wanted to make this short video for you guys. I've been in sales for 3+ years, and I see a lot of people dealing with a lot of the same stuff. So I figured, hey, maybe I could help out some of you guys. So the top secret, number one thing that will determine success, as you see, it's going to be emotional control. Now, that is one of the biggest things that I barely see people talk about. Most people talk about how to handle objections, how to ask the right questions, which obviously is important in its own right. But emotional control is going to be the factor that allows you to do that good or allows that to get in your way, right? So as you see here, there's two types of sales reps. There's going to be the successful one, even though that's a typo, and the unsuccessful one. And the only difference, realistically, they could have the same skill set. The unsuccessful one could be even more skilled than the successful sales rep, but it's going to be good control versus bad control. But what that really looks like is you controlling your emotions or your environment controlling your emotions. And these are a couple of examples. If you've been in sales, you've definitely had a string of bad calls or even starting off the day with a super tough call, and it just throws you off for the rest of your day. The rest of it, you're low performance, low energy, you're not focused on your data as much, and it's just the worst day in the world. Everything is crumbling. And on the flip side of that, you could have that early morning 9 a.m. time slot, piff, boom, $700 in your bank account, $2,000 in your bank account, whatever you sell. And then the rest of the day, it's like the best day in the world. You're closing other deals, you're performing, you're showing up with a smile on your face. And if you have experienced that, then that is proof that emotional control is going to be the thing that really determines whether you're good or whether you're bad. Now, the biggest thing that I had to work on, it took me a while to do this, is how do we replicate that early morning piff without even getting that early morning piff? Now, that comes with the one most important thing, which is routines. What is your routine hopping on calls? A lot of people, they just show up. All right, it's a call on the calendar. Let me show up 2 minutes before and let's just see what happens. No, you will allow the situation to either make you have a good day or a bad day. So what you guys need to do, if you want to focus on your emotional control and actually implement this, is find your number one thing that keeps you happy, right? Whether it usually ends up being your why. Why do you show up every single day? Right? For somebody, it could be their mom, it could be their wife. I'll tell you mine. For me, I actually have a son, so that's my why, right? So I have a routine. It looks like this: smile, smile, smile. Get facts multiple times on my notes page, right? You're the best dad. All these things. And I remind myself, I have a picture on the wall that reminds me on how lucky I am to have this opportunity. That way, when I'm on a call, let's say just dealing with one of those ones, one of those guys that are giving you a hard time, or maybe they're on the lower IQ of things and they don't understand your questions and it gets frustrating, you boom, pull up your notes page, see that routine, and remember, then you're like, okay, you're right. I need to smile. I'm lucky. I'm happy. It comes down to like like affirmations, right? Now, if you guys keep this consistent, you will make way more money. I promise you. I've done it myself. I've had weeks where I made $0 in a week, and then weeks where I've made close to 10K in a week. One of those weeks, the biggest thing is how happy I was on calls, how excited I was for that next call slot, right? So if you guys lock in on emotional control, you guys are going to make a lot of money regardless of your skill set. Because if you show up ready to rock and roll and you have 10% higher energy than the other person on the other side of the phone or the other side of the Google Meet, you're going to perform, right? So the one golden nugget that you guys should take out of this is your routines. If you don't have a routine, you're just wasting your time. You might as well not even be in a high performance role or a high stressful role, because you need this if you don't want to burn out, right? So if you guys have to take anything, emotional control is number one. Obviously, do your sales training, do your objection handling, do your discovery questions. But this is going to take you from a 5K a month closer that lasts in sales for a year and a half, to the guy that's making 20 to 30K plus consistently and ends up being your boss, right? So the person that has this is going to be the person that wins. So quick little value piece. Comment down if it was valuable for you guys, and let's close some deals. Let's go.